Oh, my knees. Okay. You'll stop. Full stop. Quit. Full stop. What does full stop mean? Oh, okay. Question. Question mark. Okay, question mark. Question mark's good. You coming in this way? For what? Cool. Oh, right. Yeah. Hi, little one. Oh, little one. Hi, everyone. Sorry, we're always late. We're never right on time. Very rarely. And I would like for that to happen, but you see what I'm working with here. But tonight, my foot slipped going down the stairs to get more pull-ups for the kids. So I had to take an extra minute to breathe and assess to make sure I was okay. I'm okay. Just my foot slipped down the stairs. It's a little scary. So tonight, oh my gosh, you two. Hey, don't you nibble me. Don't you nibble me. Okay, turn this off. It's good to learn about the letter P, but we don't need to learn about it right now. Oh, that's your tail. Okay. You're in trouble. You know that? So, tonight's stories, we're going to continue with our series, learning about Jesus. We're going to do Jesus Grows Up. And then, just because Jingle Bells. And because it is Daddy's birthday, right? We're going to read Happy Birthday to You again this week. I know, we've been reading a lot. But really, the only times it's appropriate is when we have birthdays, and birthdays in this house are March, June, and September, so it doesn't happen that often. That's really the only times you're going to hear it right. Okay. Yeah. All right, Halloween, Mom? I did not pick a Halloween book. Would you rather a Halloween book? I took a picture of the thumbnail already. I was waiting for it to load, but I can change it. All right, which one do you want to read? Which one? Cassandra, pick one. You went in between two, I didn't see. Jingle Bells? Okay. All right, Jingle Bells. Let's see here. And we're doing better. I think he's pretty much at least 95%. He's definitely going to school tomorrow. Me, I've started feeling good late last night, and it's been getting better throughout the day. I was actually able to make dinner, so that was nice. But it took a lot out of me. I'm tired now from it. Okay. And I feel a sneeze, and he doesn't want to sneeze. So, yeah, it's going to be fun while we read. All right. Once there was a big bear who liked to sleep all winter long. You're a wonky one, you know that? What does full stop mean? Full stop. $sign. Full stop. Oh, full stop is a period. That's a weird way of wording it. But okay. I gotta see where this app has been published so that I know exactly what that means. I assume that means the same thing as a period. One snowy day, the bear was awakened by lots of noises. Flip, flip, flop, jingle, jingle, jangle. Hey, what's going on over here? Stop the sassafras. Stop the sassafras. The bear covered his head with his pillow, but the noises got louder and louder. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Ha, ha, ha. Blast those jingly jingle bells, shouted the bear. He threw back the covers and marched outside. There in the snow were horses pulling sleighs, with happy, noisy animal friends. My gosh, you clap loud. Alessandra. Snappy Snoop. Whoosh. Stop making all that racket, said the bear. He's talking to you. We were just about to stop for some hot cocoa, said a rabbit. Would you like some? The bear did not want to make friends with the rabbit, but the cocoa smelled so warm and chocolatey that he took a cup and drank it all up. Delicious, said the bear, who was starting to feel not so grumpy. Where is everyone going? Over the fields and through the woods, said the rabbit. Climb in. He's a snazzy dressed rabbit. He's got a coat with a belt and like a snazzy scarf and gloves and a driver hat. It's really looking real sticky. Here we go, shouted everyone as they felt the pull of the sleigh. The horses began to trot. Clip, clop, faster and faster. And other sleigh bells went jingle, jingle. Whee! Cried the bear as the cold air hit his furry face. This is fun. My goodness, silly bears. Off through the snow rode the happy group, singing loudly. And this is what they sang. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, did it stop working because you take it off the charger? Maybe if you leave it on the charger, it will keep working. I know, wild notions, right? I know. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! The bear felt cozy inside as he rode along with the sparkling snow with his new friends, listening to the sound of those jingly, jangly, jolly jingle bells. Oh, look at those footsies. Those are dirty footsies. Maybe we'll give you a bath before. No. We'll think about it. Okay. Which one you want? Happy birthday to you? Okay. Okay. Happy birthday to you. What? Juice sucks? What are you saying? What is juice sex? That could either really be bad or be good. I don't know what you're saying. And it's got me a little worried. Stop. Okay. I'll have to figure out what you're saying later. I wish we could do what they do in Catroo. They sure know how to say happy birthday to you. In Catroo, every year on the day you were born, they start the day right in the bright early morn. And the birthday honker hikes high up Mount Zorn and lets loose a big blast on the big birthday horn. And the voice of the horn calls out loud as it plays, juice sex. What is he saying? Are you hearing him? Juice sex. Maybe. I don't know. It's got him giggling uncontrollably. The voice of the horn calls out loud as it plays. Wake up, for today is your day of all days. Then, the moment the horn's happy honk is heard, comes a fluttering flap, and then comes the bird. The great birthday bird. And so far as I know, Catroo is the only place birthday birds grow. This bird has a brain. It's the most beautifully brained, the brainiest bird brain that's ever been trained. He was trained by the most splendid club in this nation, the Capital Happy Birthday Association. And whether your name is Pete, Polly, or Paul, when your birthday comes around, he's in charge of it all. Whether your name is Nate, Nellie, or Ned, he knows your address and he hunts for your bed. Here's a flash in the brightening sky. We not only got you open one eye, which is how I look at the alarm clock every morning. Stop. Then over the housetops and trees of Capital, you see that bird coming to you, just to you. I hadn't noticed before. He's got a cat down here, and it's opening up one eye too. Oh, it's cute. The bird pops right in. You're up on your feet. You jump to the window. You meet and you greet with the bird with a secret Capital birthday high sign and shake that only good people with birthdays may make. You do it just so with each finger and toe. Then the bird says, "Come on, brush your teeth and let's go. It's your day of all days. It's the best of the best. So don't waste a minute. Hop to it. Get dressed. Get dressed. What kind of birthday is this? You gotta get dressed." And 5 minutes later, you're having a snack on your way out of town on a smorgasbord's back. "Today," laughs the bird, "eat whatever you want. Today, no one tells you you can't or you shan't. And today, you don't have to be tidy or neat. If you wish, you may eat with both hands and both feet. So get in there and munch. Have a big muncheroo. Today is your birthday. Today, you are you." What? "If we didn't have birthdays, we wouldn't be you. If you'd never been born, then what would you do? If you'd never been born, well, then what would you be? You might be a fish or a toad in a tree. You might be a doorknob or 3 baked potatoes. You might be a bag full of hard 3 tomatoes. Or worse than all that, well, you might be a wasn't. A wasn't has no fun at all. No, he doesn't. A wasn't just isn't. He just isn't present. But you are you. Now, isn't that pleasant? So we'll go to the top of the topless blue space, the official Captain's birthday sounding off space. Come on, open your mouth and sound loud. Sound off at the sky. Shout loud at the top of your voice. I am I. Me. I am I. And I may not know why, but I know that I like it. 3 cheers. I am I. What is losing my voice? Oh. I can hear this like high-pitched sound of air going through it as I read. Really gross. Oh. And now, on this day of all days in Cabru, the association has built just for you a railway with particular boats that are pulled through the air by funkular goats. These goats never slip, never trip, never bumble. They'll take us down fast to the birthday flower jungle. The best sniffing flowers that anyone grows. We have grown to be sniffed by your own private nose. They smell like licorice and cheese. What is 2-6? 2-6. He's saying 2-6. Wait, no, he's saying something X. Juice. He's saying juice X. Because that's the order that he's putting it in on his tablet. Juice X. You're silly. You're silly. And that's way better than what I thought you might be saying. I was worried we were going to have a conversation with the teacher soon. But no, that's much better. Okay. Crisis averted. They smell like licorice and cheese. Send 40 coupons up the trees to nip with nippers, snip and clap with clapping clippers, nip and snip with clipping clappers, snip and snap with snipping snappers, all for you, the who loves slip. Happy birthday, Nop and Nip. Then pile the wonder-smelling stacks on 50 Hippoheimers backs. They'll take those flowers all home for you. You can keep the Hippoheimers too. While this is done, it's got a hot cheese. Time to eat our birthday lunch. And the cook. And the kittens. And the kittens. Oh no, that got turned off. I don't understand why. For birthday luncheons, as a rule, we serve hot dogs rolled on a spoon. So stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff until you've had enough. Oh my goodness, you've got the crazies. Who's got the crazies? I couldn't be out here. Now, of course, we're all mustard. So one of the rules is to wash it off in the mustard off pool, which are very fine. Now, Sandra, calm down. Don't you sniffle at me. I got sniffles too, man. And I'm not acting like a crazy person you are. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Now, of course, we're all mustard. So one of the rules is to wash it all off from the mustard off. I'm going to go find some packing tape and wrap it around your mouth. You crazy, crazy child. Don't be cute in my hollow threats. Okay. Now, of course, we're all mustard. So one of the rules is to wash it all off in the mustard off pools, which are very fine, warm water mountaintop tubs, which are built just for this by the mustard off gloves. Then out of the water, sing loud like you dry. Sing loud, I am lucky. Sing loud, I am I. If you've never been born, then you might be an isn't. Isn't has no fun at all. No, he isn't. He never has birthdays, and that isn't pleasant. You have to be born or you don't get a present. A present? Ah, now what kind shall I give? And the kind you will remember as long as you live. Would you like a fine pet? Well, that's just what you'll get. I'll get you the fanciest pet ever yet. As you see, we have in the heart of our nation the official Catherine Birthday's Pet Reservation. From the east of the eastest to west of the westest, we've searched the whole world just to bring you the bestest. They come in all sizes, small, medium, tall. If you wish, I will find you the tallest of all. To find who's the tallest, we start with the smallest. We start with the smallest, then what do? We line them all up back to back, 2 by 2, taller and taller. And when we are through, we finally will find one who's taller than us. You had Starbucks today. You got first world problems here, mister. But you have to be smart and keep watching their feet, because sometimes they stand up their tiptoes and cheat. And so, from the smaller, we stack them up taller, and taller, and taller, and taller, and taller. And now, pretty face. And yeah, what are you chewing? Stop chewing things in here. I didn't throw it for you. I didn't throw it for you. And now, here's the one who is taller than all. He's yours. He's all yours. He's the very top tallest. I know you'll enjoy him, the tallest of all. I'll have him shipped home to you. Birthday Express. That costs quite a lot, but I couldn't care less. Today is your birthday. Today you are you. So what if it cost me $1,000 or $2,000? I care if it costs me $1,000 or $2,000. Today is your birthday. You get what you wish. You might also like a nice time television. So I'll send Diver Gets, and I'll send Diver Gets. Deep undersea, and they're undersea kids. In all the wide world, there are no better pets than the time-telling fish that gets and gets. But speaking of time, my good gracious alive, that time-telling fish says it's 4:45. I had no idea it was getting so late. We have to get going. We have a big date. And so, as the sunset burns bright in the west, comes the night of the day of the best of the best. The night of all nights in Caperu. So, according to rules, what we usually do is saddle up 2 hooded cloppers named Alice and gallop like mad to the birthday palace. Your big birthday party soon starts to begin in the finest palace you've ever been in. Crazy boy. Now, this birthday palace, as you will see, has exactly 9,403 rooms to play games in. 12 halls for brass bands, not counting the 53 hamburger stands. And besides all of that, there are 65 rooms just for keeping and sweeping the bathroom brooms. Oh my goodness. You're crazy. He's crazy. I know. Because after your party, as well you may guess, it will take 20 days just to sweep up the mess. First, we're greeted by drummers who drum as they come. And next come the strummers who strum as they come. And the drummers who drum and the strummers who strum are followed by zummers who come as they zum. Just look at those zummers. Sort of like plumbers. Who come along humming with heads in their plumbing, and that makes the music that zummers call zumming. And all of this beautiful zumming and humming and plumbing and strumming and drumming and humming, all of it, all is for you. Look, Dr. Daring singing herrings. Daring singing spelling herring. See what Daring's herrings do. They sing and spell it all for you. And here comes your cake, picked by Snookers and Snookers, the official Catherine Happy Birthday cake cookers. And Snookers and Snookers, I'm happy to say, are the only cake cookers who cook cakes today. Made of guaranteed, certified, strictly grade A, peppermint cucumber, sausage-based butter. And the world's finest cake cutters, cake slicers, dutter and dutter and dutter and dutter. With hatchets aflutter, high up on the poop deck, and ready to cut her. What?
Elegant.
Elegant?
Elegant.
What's elegant?
Elegant.
Certainly not mommy. Mommy's not elegant. Mommy's many things. I don't think elegant is the way to describe her.
Elegant.
Today you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Shout loud, I am lucky to be what I am. Thank goodness I am not just a clam or a ham, or a dusky old jar of sour gooseberry jam. I am what I am. That's a great thing to be. If I say so myself, happy birthday to me.
Yeah.
Eggs? Today you had eggs for dinner. Now by horseback and birdback and heiferback too. Cut your friends, all your friends from all over Cat Room. And the birthday pal Alice keeps apricot friends, and your birthday goes on and on and on till it ends.
I'm scared you be
When it ends, you're much happier, richer, and fatter. And the bird flies you home on a very soft platter. So that's what the birthday bird does in Cat Room. And I wish I could do all these great things for you. My goodness, crazy pants. All right. Now, let's read Jesus Grows Up. Mary, Joseph, and Jesus stayed in Egypt until the evil King Herod died. God sent an angel to tell Joseph in a dream that it was safe for the little family to go home. We can go back to Israel, Joseph told Mary the following morning. And so they did. At first, they headed towards Bethlehem, which lay in Judea, in the south of Israel. But as they traveled, they heard terrible tales about the new king of Judea, Archelaus.
the sign for stuff.
I don't know how to pronounce that properly. He was the son of Herod, and he was thought to be more cruel and wicked than his father had been. Come here. Alessandro, you goofy boy, come here. You goofy boy. So Joseph, Mary, and Jesus decided to go north instead, back to Mary's hometown of Nazareth. Oh my gosh, they're crazy. We don't know much about Jesus' early childhood, but we can guess that he was brought up like most Jewish boys at the time. From the age of 6, Jesus would have gone to school. He would have also had studied what we now call the Old Testament and learned about God and the amazing story of the people of Israel. Jesus may have also helped Joseph in his workshop. Every Jewish boy had to learn a trade, so Joseph would have taught Jesus how to be a carpenter. Target. He's been a target for a while. Every year, Joseph and Mary took Jesus to Jerusalem
Oh, what sweet boy.
for the feast of the Passover. This was a very joyful time when everyone in Israel remembered how God had rescued his people, the Israelites, from Egypt long ago in the days of Moses. When Jesus was 12 years old, the whole family went as usual to Jerusalem for the feast. They traveled with a large group of their relations and friends from Nazareth. The journey took several days. Each evening they stopped at familiar places to camp for the night. The narrow streets of Jerusalem were crowded with visitors who had come to celebrate. When the Passover feast was over, the travelers from Nazareth met up again to begin the long journey home. Hundreds of them set out early in the morning. Joseph and Mary were soon separated in the crush, so each of them traveled with a different group of friends or relatives. It was not until the evening when they met again at their first campsite. "Where's Jesus?" asked Mary anxiously when she saw Joseph. "I thought he was with you," replied Joseph. Frantic and with worry, they searched through the campsite, calling out Jesus' name. But there was no sign of the boy. Mary and Joseph realized that somehow, in all the confusion of leaving Jerusalem, Jesus had been left behind in the city. The following morning, as soon as it was light, Mary and Joseph hurried back toward Jerusalem. They asked everyone they met on the way for news of the boy, but no one had seen him. Next day, Mary and Joseph reached the city. They searched high and low, but Jesus was nowhere to be found. At last they came to the temple. The courtyard was full of people in one corner. In one corner was a group of teachers discussing the scripture, and there, to their relief, Mary and Joseph saw Jesus. Joseph went to rush forward, but Mary held him back. "Let's watch," she whispered. Mary and Joseph saw that Jesus was listening closely to the wise words of the teachers. Every now and then the boy would lean forward and ask a question. Mary and Joseph could see by the expressions on the teachers' faces that they were surprised by what Jesus was saying. They were obviously amazed that someone so young could join in and understand the discussions. Finally, Mary and Joseph moved forward and led Jesus away. "How could you behave like this?" scolded Mary. We have both been frantic with worry about you." "There was no need," replied Jesus gently. "I thought you would realize that I was be in my Father's house." Mary and Joseph looked at each other. They already knew that Jesus was different from other boys. Now it seemed Jesus too was beginning to realize that he had a special job to do. No one talked much on the journey home. They all had a lot to think about. Jesus grew into a fine young man. He was just a little younger than his cousin John, the son of Mary's cousin Elizabeth. John was a preacher. He wandered through the hot, barren land along the banks of the River Jordan. Dressed in rough clothes made of camel skin, he would stand on a high rock and preach God's message. "Mend your ways," he warned the people of Israel. "God's kingdom is coming. Get ready. You must show you are sorry for all the bad things you have done and start to lead good lives." John soon became famous. People flocked for miles around to hear his fiery message. Many people who heard John speak realized that his message came directly from God. They wanted to show they were sorry for their sins. If John was sure that people were really going to mend their ways, he would baptize them in the River Jordan. "Now you can make a new start," John would say as he dipped each person in the water. "Get ready for someone much greater than I am who is coming soon. I am only baptizing you with water. He will baptize you with God's love and power." One day, Jesus came to see John. "Will you baptize me, John?" asked Jesus. "I can't baptize you," replied John, startled. "I've known you all my life. You've never done a bad thing or said a cross word. You have nothing to be sorry for. You're a much better person than I am." "I know that God wants you to baptize me," insisted Jesus. Eventually, John agreed. He led his cousin into the river and dipped him in the water. John was amazed at what happened next. The sky seemed to light up, and something that looked like a shining dove came down and hovered above Jesus' head. Then a voice spoke. "This is my son," said the voice. "I love him very much, and am very pleased with him." Suddenly, John knew that the voice was God's. Then he realized that Jesus was the person he had been preaching about. Jesus was the one who would change the world forever by washing away everyone's sins with the power of God's love. Okay. Crazy boy. Alright. My goodness. Hey, do you think we could I don't know, lay down and calm down a bit? Sandra, calm down. Okay. Let's do the calming. Let's do a calm down thing here. You're crazy. All right. You're crazy too. What? Elephant. Yeah. Okay. All right, sweet boy. Oy. Okay. So I gotta figure out which of these, because then there's, I think the next one in this list is either Jesus the teacher or Jesus the storyteller. Okay, so yeah, it's Jesus the teacher, because the first line is about his baptism. So that picks up from the last book. So we'll read this one tomorrow and continue through the series. Okay, so we will see you all tomorrow with Crazy Pants. It's gonna be rough for you tomorrow, kiddo. You're going to school. You better get some sleep, boy. All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.